Donald Trump and Elon Musk's lies have gone so far they've left planet Earth. And in today's breaking story, NASA astronauts aboard the Boeing Starliner are calling BS on the wild misinformation being spread by the cabal of chaos. Buckle up and prepare for landing because the truth is coming in hot. But before we dive into the out-of-this-world response from the truth-telling astronauts, let's fire up the engines of dissent with some down-to-earth news that is also trending. CNN just dropped a scathing report on Trump's approval ratings, framing it with the ominous warning
48% of Republicans say he's not focused enough on the problem.
And let's just say it's a political flameout like the world has never seen before. Strap in as Harry Enton breaks down the forces sending Trump's approval rating and legacy into freefall.
Let me be perfectly clear. Inflation crushed the Joe Biden presidency. It ate it alive. If Donald Trump is not careful, inflation will crush his presidency and eat it alive, because that is where Americans want him to be focused. They want him focused on fixing the inflation problem and bringing prices down.
Breaking news, I'm going to do some math here. I just want to point out that inflation in the economy, 55%. I mean, that is basically everything.
It is the whole kit and caboodle, and it doesn't matter what poll you look at, it is the economy stupid, although smart in your case. There's a lot of things that folks have liked about Donald Trump's first few weeks in office. Inflation is not one of them. They believe that Donald Trump is not keeping his eyes on the prize. Is Trump focused enough on inflation? Not enough. 66%. That is 2/3 of the country. Just a third of the country say he's focused the right amount. Get this, 48% of Republicans say he's not focused enough on the problem of inflation. And he absolutely should be, because it is numero uno in the voters' mindset.
Is there any sign that Americans feel a little bit better about the economy or not?
No. There's perhaps this idea that Donald Trump could come into office and, to borrow my first name, be like Harry Houdini and wave a magic wand and make the economy all better again. Economy is excellent or good. You go back to November of 2020, right, when Donald Trump lost re-election, it was 49%. By this past election, it was 32%. Look at where we were in a recent Marquette University Law School poll. It was 27%. So no, Donald Trump is not a magician. No president is a magician when it comes to the economy. But be very clear here. If this number does not go up, Donald Trump's approval ratings will go down.
And we should mention, this is when the prior president was in office. And you see the jump there and why he lost. It's lower than that.
It's exactly right. I started this segment by saying that inflation ate the Joe Biden presidency alive. It crushed it. If these numbers remain the same, inflation will do the exact same thing to Donald Trump's second term. It will eat it alive. It will crush it.
So that's what's happening here on Earth. But Trump and Musk chaos is not limited to terrestrial matters. The reason the astronauts felt the need to set the record straight about their status and safety stems from the lies Trump and Musk have been fostering. CNN reported the Musk lie this way. In a post on the social media platform X, SpaceX CEO Elon Musk claimed Tuesday that the Biden administration left 2 astronauts stranded and said President Donald Trump has asked SpaceX to step in to rescue them. But NASA already put such a plan in place months ago when it asked SpaceX to return astronauts Suni Williams and Butch Wilmore from the International Space Station as part of a Crew 9 mission. A delay in that plan was then announced in December because mission teams said they needed more time to prepare a new SpaceX vehicle. The POTUS has asked SpaceX to bring home the 2 astronauts stranded on the space station as soon as possible. "We will do so," Musk's post read. Terrible that the Biden administration left them there so long. And then they reported the Trump lie this way. In a post on his social media platform Truth Social, President Trump reiterated the remarks saying, "The 2 brave astronauts who have been virtually abandoned in space by the Biden administration. Elon will soon be on his way. Hopefully all will be safe. Good luck, Elon." And here's how the astronauts navigated the lies and landed the truth via their appearance with Anderson Cooper.
This week, 2 astronauts aboard the International Space Station learned they may finally get to come home. Commander Suni Williams and Captain Butch Wilmore have been there since June. Their departure date has been in flux since they had technical issues with the Boeing Starliner spacecraft they arrived in. In a world in which things are so polarized, it was a pleasure today to be able to spend a good chunk of time talking with these two remarkable American astronauts. So I don't want to get into politics at all, but I know you've been asked this question before. There's some who've suggested here, President Trump, that you were virtually abandoned by the last administration. Again, I know you've been asked this question before, but do you feel you've been abandoned?
We don't feel abandoned. We don't feel stuck. We don't feel stranded. I understand why others may think that. We come prepared. We come committed. That is what your human spaceflight program is. It prepares for any and all contingencies that we can conceive of, and we prepare for those. So if you'll help us change the rhetoric, help us change the narrative, let's change it to prepared and committed, vice what you've been hearing. That's what we prefer.
Trump and Musk's baseless claim that the NASA astronauts were stranded aboard the International Space Station is just another attempt to sow chaos and distrust in our government institutions. And it's no coincidence that the latter has a financial interest in the space program and a need to control the narratives. To falsely suggest that the Biden administration left them behind is a play from their propaganda handbook. They distort the truth, create chaos, and then position themselves as the saviors and solution. But this time, the people directly involved, the astronauts themselves, weren't having it, and that was a treat to see. Suni Williams and Butch Wilmore set the record straight, making it clear that they were neither abandoned nor in danger, pushing back on the fear-mongering by Trump and Musk. This was more than just a fact check. It was a great reminder that no matter how high the lies fly, those who speak the truth can bring them down to earth. I'm Dan. Thanks for watching. And whether you're in space or on Earth, let's continue to occupy democracy together.